shopping list. So I need War God's Bands, I need Hellgate Flame, Damascus Steel. I didn't see Soul Powder. Oh, I have one, so I would need one more, I think. I need Snakeskin. That sounds like it would be a common item, so... maybe I don't have it. Alright, whatever. So there are a few components I still need for like the very high-end stuff in the bazaar. I guess I need to make a shopping list for those. I know I need High Arcana. I think I have all of the stuff I need for that. Well, I think I have all the High Arcana I would need. Because when I was doing the Grand Armor farming in the Cerulean Steppe, there's a rare game that actually spawns infinitely. You clear the area and then it will spawn, but then when you kill it, it'll respawn indefinitely. So you can just leave the area and come back. And I got like 10 High Arcana, which should be more than enough for all the Bazaar stuff, but we'll see. I have 99 regular Arcana too, so if I need to make more of them, I guess it's not that big a deal. Alright, so we gotta get to the Paramina Rift. Because it's time to get a revenge on that one hunt. I wouldn't even call it revenge, it was just I figured it wouldn't be feasible. That needs to be during a blizzard. Since it was a blizzard when we entered here, I have to assume I just got unlucky with the weather. It'll be dark. Okay, please. I can take a look. See if maybe killing things will influence the weather. Like, I'm fairly certain I'm doing this correctly. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to enter from the Feywood. Just look. How annoying. Zone in and out of the Feywood until the rift is engulfed in a blizzard and then head straight for the area. So I mean, it was already a blizzard, but I don't know. Check one more time, I guess. Or whatever. Go a little faster. I guess I really should be looking up to see what the actual weather looks like and not just going off of snow effects. Like, what is this proto-monster hunter shit? Like, I have to show up at a certain time in, like, a certain weather condition, and I need the right bait, and blah blah blah. Like, it doesn't look like a blizzard, though. There we go. That's what the blizzard looks like. That was painful. Watch attack, fucking idiot. Vaughn to sleep just to wake him up instantly. Pawn getting put to sleep and stopped like 80 times. Turn that in, which I think is at Mount Baromeses. I think it's at Vieira. I found out on accident that it's a good thing I didn't go to the Great Crystal, because one of the optional bosses there that we haven't fought yet only becomes available when the final hunt is. So since we haven't unlocked that yet, which might actually be after this, I don't know if there are any other hunts. We can do that. But my guys need a little bit of juicing up. At least Vaughn does. Vaughn is just kind of a meatball right now. He's not contributing much. Well, since we don't have Hunt 44, I guess there is another hunt. Okay then. So I have to return to the Still Shrine of Miriam. I don't have to, but there's an optional boss. There's an Esper there, in fact. Might as well not mince words, just say it. But I need to get an item here that I had gotten off stream the other day. It's really just like, oh, you go back and you use use it at one of the waystones. At least that's my understanding of it. Just let me steal. A warp mode. Yeah, I'm sure that was worth 20 attempts. Putting these teleporting guys is especially annoying because, in my understanding, they can start their turn while they are untargetable. So they kind of just have an unfair advantage. I mean, like this, I'm very clearly over-leveled for whatever this thing would reward. But I don't want to steal from the bat. Another warp mode, just what I wanted. Yeah, use the Stone of the Condemner. Cannot use magics, that's unfortunate. But it seems like we're fine on that regard. Just for safety's sake though, because we can't heal.
Got a surprise for you. How about some of this? surprise for you.
I must endure.
So we're gonna get like 10 hits of level 1 stuff, I guess.
I must endure.
Alright, well, 3 level 2s, at least. This did start pretty terribly, all considered, but quickenings are kind of rebounding.
I've got you.
If I get 2 level 3s, then I'll most likely kill this thing by a substantial amount. But the odds of that are probably very low.
Got a surprise for you. I've got you.
Alright, 2 level 3s.
Not a chance.
3 level? What the fuck is happening? So if I get 1 level 2 and 2 level 3s, I think we get the strongest quickening finisher. I've never had it happen before, so I'm not even entirely sure what it looks like.
You're going down.
Still, at like 20 hits, this should be enough to kill the boss. Fuck. I could have kept it going. I'm so used to not getting a mischarge on the first try. Yeah, this is the second strongest, I think. I'm so used to not getting a mischarge on the first try that I just spam past it. Zeromus. No items, no nothing. Alright, so who will benefit the most from that? Channeling is okay. I mean, since she is entirely a magic character, her having sheer isn't the worst thing. Whatever. I guess I'll do it. Alright, so now we go back to the Hene Mines. I guess I could go first to Rabanastre and check the Huns. This should take us back. Yeah. I also found out something on accident. The two main super bosses in this game, maybe others, but I know these two specifically, their attacks don't actually have a charge time. So battle speed doesn't affect them. So there's an Esper in the Hene Mines. I think there are 13 in total, but I don't remember. I guess there are 12, and the last one is the one we don't have. Obviously. I think it was last Saturday that I was like, yeah, we should definitely finish this game this week. I don't think that's gonna happen. Partially because Tuesday I had to go to the bank, and that ate my whole day. So if I had an extra day, then probably we'd finish the game, but I'd have to do stuff off stream. I guess depending on what I get accomplished today, it's possible, but we're probably looking at like an hour-long fight for the final hunt, because it's a very obnoxious fight. We have Behemoth King, which I need, and then we get the final hunt. Load town. side, I think. Yeah, Darwin's house. Which might actually be that one thing. Yeah, the dude's just casually like, you should genocide a bunch of creatures to lure this thing out hiding. Like, oh. Did you say so, guy that we can barely afford to pay us? So, I have a feeling I know exactly where that is. I have a feeling that's at Yurvegan. Because it said a snow-covered plain in a mysterious wood, which that immediately makes me think of the Feywood. So I probably have to kill my way through this area. If it's the Behemoth King, I probably have to just massacre behemoths. And it's convenient that they were sending us this way anyway. Probably the next area though. We haven't found any behemoths. Oh, here's one. What am I doing wrong? Every monster in the ice field of Clearsight and the Gyruvaginus in Edge of Reason must be cleared, including respawning enemies. I guess we'll check this in grid format. Bubble belts are actually really nice, but I think ribbon is nicer. Because bubble belts, at least I don't have to manually cast and refresh it every however frequently. But then you have to worry about status ailments again, and against an enemy that routinely casts like Sleepga or whatever. Then I'm spending more time getting rid of something that's just gonna get reapplied anyway. Make sure everything is dead. good. And now it should spawn here. Maybe not. Maybe it was sent to the Shadow Realm. I guess I missed something. Maybe, because it says respawning enemies, so maybe I have to leave and come back and only some enemies respawn. Here they are. Somehow, they didn't stand out like a sore thumb. Annoying. But he had some kind of a raise. Oh, Bosch is dead again. guess. I need to set up something for disease. Yeah, like the random 10-hit combos get old. I'm no longer immune to physical. Instead of finishing his cast, Vaughn decided to kill himself.
You cannot end.
Yeah, this is going horribly. Basically dead. Oh, nice. It got paling at the last second. How wonderful. I got smited by God. Yeah, this game loves palings. There's nothing this game enjoys more than forcing you to wait while and just watch him beat the shit out of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because like an enemy being able to use its paling like once, like okay, whatever, it's just it has like an invulnerability phase. But then it's like, that was like 3. Alright. Since we're in the Feywood, we can go to the Henne Mines and do that stuff. And then when we turn the Behemoth King, there's only the final hunt. Which, we could probably do, but it'll be stressful. So I would like to get my other weapons first. There is actually a substantial amount of there's a substantial amount of armor and stuff we can get in here, so let me actually get to that part in my notes. So, we're in the Phase 2 shaft. I have stuff listed for the Phase 2 dig. I don't know if there's a difference. About 3,000 XP. Should probably have the diamond armlet on. Like, am I going crazy? I thought I talked to that guy who was like, yeah, I'll open the way. I have to check this. I'll send Gareth to open the east gate in the ore separation section. Which is way the fuck over there. So I went here for nothing, basically. Thank you, game. I guess I'll reset and see if the chests spawn. In fact, I can look at the treasures. Yeah, phase 2 dig and phase 2 shaft are two different things. So, which was this? The dig? No, the shaft. Spending a lot of time talking about shafts and I don't enjoy it. So technically speaking, I don't need the diamond armlet for any of this stuff. There's a... No, that's the original version. Never mind. Yeah, the loot in the Zodiac Age is different than in the original game on PS2. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that is actually worth it is guaranteed. Alright, well those didn't respawn. So, what would be the fastest way to a teleport crystal? I guess that way. How annoying. Yeah, the main reason I don't think we're gonna finish the game tomorrow is the final hunt. It's I don't know if it accounts for like the speed up that we have in the Steam version of this, but the wiki says that a 2-hour fight would be considered fast. So between going back to the Great Crystal and that's probably like a full day's stream on its own. So I have a feeling we're gonna finish the game on Tuesday. But, I mean, we're only an hour into my stream today, so maybe after I do this shit, we'll do this stuff with the Great Crystal. Where was I going? Henne Mines. Yeah, I actually forgot and I remembered when we were running to the other side of the mines. Yeah, this thing is open. I remember when I was heading to the other side that there is a 13th Esper, I believe, and it's at Great Crystal, which was the main reason I was going to go there earlier. So we space to dig, which means... three of the things that I want are here. I don't know if they're guaranteed chests though. I believe the item is guaranteed, but I don't believe the spawn of the chest is. Dueling masks, that's one of them? Yeah. Nice. That's a gun. That might actually be the best gun in the game. Yeah, guns do semi-random damage, so them having a lower attack power isn't that bad. But then you're doing random damage, and that's kind of diseased gameplay. So what did I find? I found the dueling masks. And that's it. I mean, there's still more to explore, so it might not be that big a deal. Self-sacrifice. The bats are just like blowing themselves up at this point. I'd wager there would be an item there if that's a secret area. I mean, not much of a secret, it's kind of in plain sight, but it was off the map to some degree. Like this. Circlet, that's another one of the things I wanted. So dueling mask, circlet, and what else? A grand helm. Well, that might be useless. Well, probably not useless, but I don't think it's that much better than the whatever this is, the mage power shishak. I don't think it's that much better. But the grand armor isn't that much better than Maximilian. I found that out the hard way. Makara, that's a bomb. Mithril Sword. Yeah, the Mithril Sword is a weird item. There's no real point to it. It's kind of like a mid-tier weapon. Yeah, 14 attack power. But you strangely can't buy it from any shops. So it's kind of just like a secret, and I don't fully understand the point. Because by this point, there would be no reason to use it. Alright, so since it's a Grand Helm, I guess I don't mind if we don't find it. Because some of the fights, I can't use heavy armor anyway. Like similar to how that one fight I couldn't use magic. Yeah, this is where we were. So where am I now? Crossover Sea. I don't know if there's anything special here. So let's take a peek. There's a bubble belt we could get, and that's really it. Yeah, so this is actually the second real farming spot, because these Abyss Steels give us a ton of XP. I believe the Abyss Steels, or however you say their name, I think they're also technically undead, so you can hurt them with healing magic. The bubble belt. That isn't a guaranteed spawn, so we just got lucky. So yeah, similar to the room with the jellies, there's a room with Abyss Steels. However, there isn't a way of infinitely looping the spawns. Oh, they do spawn more. Maybe they don't spawn infinitely, but they do spawn extras. mean, that wasn't too traumatic. I just needed Gambit set up better. Yeah, I can use the jellies to level up the low-level guys, and then I can swap to the Abystials. So this is this Phase 2 shaft. Is there anything special here? No, not really. And considering they're undead enemies, I could set up gambits for casting Courage on them, and have Ash or Pinello, since they have black magic, use Sleepga. I don't understand. What switchboard? There's nothing there. Unless there's something that moves that rubble or whatever you would actually say it is. So, more likely than not, we're going to get more Abystials from hitting this button. here I am looking for a brave suit. Brave suit and lordly robes. There's also grand armor, but like I already have 2 of them. I made this shopping list before I randomly got a grand armor from the Necro Hall of the I think one of these items is guaranteed. I'm not sure about all of them. But we have gotten a little lucky today with drops, so maybe it'll be fine. Yep. Teleports and then casts death like 1 microsecond after becoming targetable. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, instant death is not protected by ribbon. I didn't remember which one I actually stole from. I've got both steals, apparently. Yep. I heckin' love when enemies just spam instant death on my party. that's actually nice. Can any of us that use renew? No. Maybe it's not even a white magic. I doubt it's not, but the only Balthier can use it. Soul powder? I actually need that for one of the recipes. So I actually think I have enough now for that one recipe. I need one per recipe, so yeah, I actually have enough for that. Yeah, those weird see-through guys, like, they're vaguely invisible in the mist. They can body block us, but they're otherwise untargetable. Which is weird, I don't fully understand. Classic. I heckin' love having my party one-shot. So much fucking fun. Technically, I can just attack random shit. Like, what despicable enemies. Like, they can become intangible and just, like, iframe my damage like it's fucking Dark Souls. They can one-shot people at random. Like, what a miserable enemy to fight. Now I'm all mixed up with where I've been and where I haven't been. Lordly robes, that's one thing I wanted. Holy mo. I'm fairly confident going through there will put me immediately in a battle, so... Let's see. Is that thing the brave suit? Yeah, it's only a chance. There's also a chance to get Addle as well as a ribbon. So I think we have to reset the area. Because another ribbon would be really nice for Vaughn, so he hasn't become like crowd controlled by literally everything. Soul powder just in case. Yeah, on the wiki, it gives the chest number, but it doesn't actually show you where the treasures are, which is extremely annoying. It's like, oh yeah, chest 25. Like, I don't know what that is. I hope that these things don't spawn infinitely. In fact, they might not, because if this is the place I'm remembering, we might actually want to clear out everything anyway. Because if this is the Esper I'm thinking of, it has the weapon I want for Vaughn, but it's a rare steel, so I'm gonna have to reset multiple times before I get it. Probably, most likely. There's a chance it isn't the case, but I'm not holding my breath. Like, one of these guys is kind of easy peasy, they don't really do anything, but like, when four of them just randomly teleport on top of me, it's kind of scuffed. Holy mo. Whatever. Real quick. Yeah, this is actually the boss. I wanted to look and confirm. So it's a good thing that I want to get their treasures here, because that means we can clear out the place. Hopefully. Yeah, Berserk should wear out eventually. This is where we were. If I reload and this area is empty, I might go deal with Zodiac first. Because I don't know if enemies will respawn if I keep doing this. I need to check up here for any chests. So I mean, the steal chance for the item I want isn't that horrific. It's just about as low as anything else, but I think there are other items, so if I steal the wrong thing, I have to reset. Forgot this guy spawns off of their dead bodies. I don't have Addle, which is the one technic that we can find here, so I should get it. Like, why do they sometimes do 0 damage and then other times they just annihilate my entire party? The traps. Like, sometimes the traps are more worrisome than the actual enemies in the place.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Grand armor, well, got that before the ribbon. Guess it's okay to reset the area because we are still finding enemies. The idea is, if I go to steal from Zodiark and I don't get it, I have to reset. So if the autosave isn't the room, the boss arena, then I have to make this whole run back. And with those ghosts that can just like insta-give my whole party, I would rather not have to deal with that like 30 times if that's how many attempts it takes. So if the area is clear and there are no monsters, I guess I'll start with the boss and then go back for the other items. But hopefully I'll get everything I need this time. I just wish I knew where in this place the chest with the ribbon was, so I knew where to look. Yeah, because Berserk is technically considered a positive status effect, it bypasses ribbon. Brave suit, well we got that, so all I need is Addle and the ribbon. The monsters are still spawning, which is good for us. Because that means I can reset again without worrying about suddenly spawning every monster in here. Yep. I mean, at least the experience here is still good, so even though I'm not really getting what I want, the XP is still adding up. Way. I mean, really, once I get the ribbon, I'm set. Like, getting Adel is really kind of just for completion's sake. I don't think I necessarily need it. One thing I did learn is in the Zodiark-ing version of the game, the debuffs like Adel and Sheer actually stack indefinitely with each other until you make it to 0, more or less. So it is actually really good for fighting bosses because you can just shred all their stats, but that would take a very long time to do. But I think it removes like a third of their current stat value, so it gains less. It loses value the more you use it. It's a little deranged gaming, being honest. Unfortunately, I think I move a little too fast in the 4 times speed, or else I would probably just leave it on. Check over here. Maybe not. After a while, it all kind of blends together. Like that, I almost missed that entirely. There are other ways of getting ribbons, so... maybe we just go and fight the boss. I mean, I'm gonna end up resetting multiple times anyway, I'm assuming, because it's most likely not gonna give me what I want on the first try. Just right out of the gate with dark shit. Serpentarius. Technically, a Serpentarius is one of the things I want, but it's not the item I need. I need 3 Serpentarius. But I know I get at least 1 as a reward for getting all of the Espers. So if I'm lucky, maybe resetting this area and having to do the run back. Maybe that'll cause the ribbon to spawn. mean, that sounds like industrial grade cope, but I can pretend. Yep. Alright. Attempted to chew. Yeah, yeah. Yep, just casually one-shotting 2 people. Alright, use the Serpentarius again. Just for curiosity's sake. Okay, I was a little worried that we, for some reason, didn't have the Brave suit. Germanist boots give it an enormous amount of speed. So like, for a boss fight that I don't have to worry about status effects, that's actually incredible, because it's like, well, here's 50 speed for free. But like, considering I can speed up the game with this, I don't see it as all that necessary. So like, if I randomly get the ribbon, I might reset the area just for the autosave. But I don't know if that will respawn everything. Serpentarius. Because the only other way of getting this item is an even rarer treasure chest in Pharos, which was the place we were at yesterday. I was contemplating doing that, but considering I wouldn't have any idea what the chest actually was, like where it was, I felt like that would be diseased gameplay to invest like 5 hours of my life into. This is attempt 4. Serpentarius. Yeah, this is this is the main reason why I was like, well, we need to clear out the area, because having to fight my way through all those guys to get here for a 6% steal. We would hit level 99 before that happened, I can bet you that. Yeah, I still don't understand how the traps go from hitting like 10 damage on Bond to just annihilating, just removing him from existence. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and assume that Dark has a chance of causing instant death, because I don't know how it can go from doing like not much damage at all to killing 2 people. So I have to assume it's just a chance for instant death. Mega Elixir. Well, that's not what I wanted. It's nice, but not what I came here for.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Oh. Like, I would rather my characters get annihilated by one of the traps exploding than... Yeah, like that Balthier took 100 damage. So it's like, why does it go from killing like multiple people in one blast to like tickling? So while he is still berserked, move around with Bosch. There are apparently ways of actually manipulating the RNG in this game, like without using like external programs. But like I look at them and it looks like absolute deranged shit. Like how the fuck are you supposed to? How did anyone come up with that? It's like, oh, like just Tarius.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, if you want like a certain chest to spawn with a certain thing, you have to like have a fresh save with at like the very beginning with Rex, and you have to hit yourself a certain amount of times and then use cure until it heals for like 3 specific numbers in a row, and then you have to quit out and reload the main game, and it'll be, it's like, that is nonsense. I don't know how anyone came up with that shit of figuring out how to trick the RNG in this game. But just the fact that people would consider doing that is, I guess, a testament to how bizarre this game's RNG is actually set up. Apparently you can do the same with stealing from Zodiark, but it's like, I don't want to do some horse shit. If I'm being completely honest, that sounds like way too much effort, when it would probably take me just as much time to steal it. just a Mega Elixir. In fact, for fun, the simpler way of getting this weapon is to make a new save with Rex at the save crystal at the beginning of the game. After killing every enemy in Abyssal South and Subterra, removing all but one party member who is equipped with nothing but the diamond armlet, one must close the application and return to the Rex save previously made. Use Cure on him until the number sequence 97, 88, and 86 appear. Without closing the application, one must return to the quick save made in Pharaohs, hit oneself once, and use Cure once, then open the chest. Like, how would anyone find out that that would work? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna do some, like, some dark magic to trick the game into giving me the thing I want. Like, we're pulling out the forbidden tech to trick the game into giving me a weapon that wasn't even really intended for people to get. I mean, granted, I had to do something similar to get the, Slightengrat for Ash. But that at least had, there's an application, there's some third-party app some guy made that tracks the RNG. Because it's based on, like, steps taken and shit like that. So for that, it's as simple as, like, we'll just wait at the area transition until the thing hits 0 and then move. I don't think there is anything like that for this item. But I could be wrong. Probably wrong. I'm always wrong. It would be nice if I could at least get the steal off before the dark shot, but it's like the moment I make it to melee range is using it. And these special attacks like have priority. Yes, 2 people dead again. Hey! Got all 3 items! Yep, randomly dead. It's not susceptible to that. So I mean, I could just equip the weapon now. Great Trango. It's another invisible weapon. dispel the greater barrier. I guess use some eye drops.
Yeah.
Limit break.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha.
Yep, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Physical damage, how obnoxious. I mean, I don't know if quickenings bypass the paling, but it's no longer immune to magic, so maybe it's fine. Ah, yes, reflect. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing that's especially annoying about disease is it technically doesn't go away. So Vaughn just has 1 HP now until I get rid of it.
Be careful.
Okay, well, they're dead again. Well, for some reason Bosch was completely untouched. Just even weirder, but whatever.
We cannot end this.
I just casually block the scathe. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Yes, everyone's dead again to the Darksha. I love RNG mechanics in my single player games. I'm not sure if I set up Arise correctly. Scaling is still up.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to fail this because this thing has just becomes immune to damage and spams fucking Darksha at us. Like, it's gonna kill everyone, isn't it? Okay, well, it might be doomed. How cringe. So now I have to do all the stealing over. Fucking goddamn it. Whatever. I heckin' love one-shot mechanics. So much fun. So was there something I was doing wrong? Like... Okay, so... when he puts up the physical paling, he just becomes immune to physical for the rest of the fight. Because as soon as it wears off, he'll just reapply it. Nice meme. What a fun game. Yeah, so really all they're... The big problem is that I shouldn't have dispelled. Because if you dispel, he'll start putting up the magic paling. And once he gets to a low enough health that he uses the physical paling, I just need to use magic. That's really all I did wrong, but considering its special attack can just one-shot everyone, it kinda eventually deplete my resources. Nope, time to steal all over again. Like at this point, I would be happy just... Yep. Well, I have to wait for Balthier's Berserk to run out now, because if I have to whip him out to revive people, then Berserk will still be running. And that one attack that was kind of obliterating everyone, the Dark Ray or whatever it was called, that I can absorb with Dark Elemental stuff. However, if everyone is immune to or absorbs Dark, it won't use it. Because why? Well, of course it wouldn't. Like. So something I can do, take them out of the party, that way only one person is getting hit by the Dark Jet in the first place. I should have probably topped him off, but like, if this just kills him anyway, it's not like it makes a difference. Back to resetting. Like, if I get the steel, then I will update everyone's gear accordingly. But until I get the steel successfully, there's no point in like putting on opal rings or whatever that lets me ignore reflect. Because that was the main problem, is it's like I then have to either set up gambits for just spellcasting or manually cast spells until the boss fucking dies. So I mean, the hope is that we survive this, and then I can bring everyone in and just proceed as if nothing happened. But just in case it one-shots us like that, want to avoid having everyone killed. Okay, we got the weapon. That is fine. I'll just fucking cope and deal with that. So Demon Shield lets us absorb Dark. I only have one Opal Ring, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So what can I give her? Is there anything I can give her? Black Mask lets her absorb Dark, at least. I don't want to have Bosch absorb it as well, because he'll just kind of get his ass beat. Yeah, like, the Brave Suit is nice because it actually gives decent defenses, it gives health, and it gives you auto bravery. The problem is, if I'm not mistaken, katanas scale off, what's it called? Your magic power as a stat. So I mean, I could use the Worm Hero Blade technically, but the Worm Hero Blade is the slowest weapon, well, one of the slowest weapons in the game. It also is elemental, so eventually the boss won't be weak to Holy. I mean, I can try. Give him the Brave Suit. Give her the Lordly Robes, I guess. No arrows that are holy.
Yeah.
So that weird noise, is an Easter egg. The Worm Hero Blade is a reference to Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior, depending on translation. So the sound it makes is a sound from the original game.
How about some of this?
And this is looking unfortunate of a quickening. I could have given him the white robes because the white robes improve his holy damage, regardless if it's physical or a spell.
I must believe.
Just believe. Yeah, Darkja is not absorbed by like Dark as an element. I guess because it would trivialize the game if you could just like, well, I have all ice absorbing stuff, so Mateus, or whatever his name was that used ice, can't do anything. Yeah, do as much damage as I can here before they put up palings.
How about some of this?
I doubt we will kill it, but hopefully it'll be almost dead.
You're mine. a surprise for you.
One of the weapons, it's either the Tornasol or the Worm Hero Blade. I think its chance the chain hits is so high that with the Genji gloves it's guaranteed.
You're mine.
It doesn't increase the amount of chains per se, but it does increase your overall damage per second. I haven't been keeping track of my quickenings, so I don't know how many of each we've gotten. Probably not killing it, but we'll see. Yeah, that was a little underwhelming. Just muscle through before we can put up the paling. Whenever we take those. Fix everyone's stuff. So what else is there for us to do? final hunt I gotta do, I gotta get the supplies to make weapons. I think that's it. There's trial mode too, technically. But like, trial mode, doing all 100 floors, that's like Giga late game, like everyone's maxed out. So we'll see. If tomorrow we do the stuff we need to in a reasonable amount of time, then we'll see. But I definitely need to see about getting some of our late game stuff. It's a shame that Vaughn can't use the Brave suit, because the bravery would be great for him. I mean, I guess technically Bosch could use it instead. Paying attention. Because the Great Trango doesn't actually have a license requirement similar to Seitengrat. We have to go back to Pharos, because that's where the last hunt is. And we have to go to Gearvagen, because that's where another optional boss is. But that optional boss doesn't it's not available to fight until I'm able to fight the last hunt. Right, I have to go to Lowtown. Spaced out, forgot where I was going. So I never turned in this hunt. Yeah, we didn't get the ribbon. Oh well, I mean... if I decide to do level grinding off stream or whatever, then I guess technically it gave us literally nothing. What he said though is a little bit of a, I don't want to say secret, but it's a tip. Back at Mount Baromeses, there's a thing we can interact with, which gives us the real reward for the Behemoth King. Back to the Moogling. Yeah, Great Crystal is going to take a while because that place is a maze. And the last hunt will take a while because it has like 50 million health. It has 50 health bars, so that's guaranteed to take a while. Yeah, years of Matt. That big Coliseum at Pharos is where that mark is. Technically, that fight you can also leave and come back, but if you take too much time, it will heal. But why would I do that? Unless I was at risk of game overing, why would I do that? That's kind of coward shit. I don't think I've ever had to do that, so... Like, it's not like it's a remarkably tough boss, it just has an enormous amount of health. And similar to the most recent bosses we've been facing, it can cause instant death. Square Enix loves damage immunities and instant death. That's what makes for a quality game experience. So here there is a statue of a worm, like a dragon worm, not a one you pull out of the ground worm. Apparently, oh, well, here it is right here. Apparently you can smack it. And if you do it unarmed, yeah, you get 500,000 gil and the Rod of Faith. Is that a weapon? I'm guessing it's loot. Oh, no, it is a weapon. On hit, Faith. So it's to apply Faith to allies, I'm assuming. Or yourself, I guess. Alright, so... I don't have time to go through the Grey Crystal, but, like, there's also nothing else for me to do. I guess I could look up where I have to get the stuff for these recipes. Do that! So let's see. I need snake skin. So it can drop off 3 different types of enemies. Let's see. Grey Molter. It's in the Mossfern Highways. Is it a rare game? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Grey Molter's spawn criterion uses the total playtime counter appearing when the minute timer displays a number between 10 and 20. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use my time doing this. Like, the upside is it's a 40% chance to drop the snake skin, but like... Yeah, the only enemy that's not a pain in the fucking ass is the wild snake, which is in the Giza Plains. In all of Evilus, there's only one wild snake hidden in Tome Hills of Giza Plains during the dry. South of the map, the player must head to an enclave east of Tome Hills where a lone Slaven sleeps. Just before the Slaven's lair, there's a tall dry grass at the right where the wild snake shall ambush the party. I can respawn it with Petrify, so there is a way of actually taking advantage of that, but it needs to be the dry season. So back to Ravenaster, I guess, because there isn't a teleport crystal if you use a plains. Can't wait to go there and it's like, lol, it's actually the rains. Fuck. I mean, it kind of looks like it will be. Yep, what a surprise. Alright, let's see. What about this other one? Midgar Swarmer is a rare game enemy pen. Golmore Jungle. How to find. Yeah, how to find, and it just shows like a random map with like shit drawn on it. Like that tells me literally nothing. This breed of basilisk has 20% chance of appearing in the paths of Chained Light area in Golmore Jungle. It can spawn anywhere along the 3 central paths where Marlboros are found. Moving 2 zones away may be needed. That's obnoxious. And it's also its common drop. So that's probably the best chance we have of getting the snake skins. Unfortunately, I need 4 per recipe, so I'll need a minimum of 8. Yeah, that is not, the time is not between 10 and 20 minutes. I can't go for the other rare game. At least I can do this in the meantime, because I don't have time to go through Giravegan in the Great Crystal. And before I fight Yizamet, I'm kind of forced to do this. So I don't have to worry about stealing, I don't have to worry about poach or anything like that, it's just a drop. Unfortunately, it's a 20% chance to appear. So, the wiki said that the rare game can appear where the Marlboros do. So I just want to make sure there aren't any down here. It doesn't look like it. I assume it would appear instantly. XCOM 20%. Yeah. Kinda little. I've been thinking about replaying XCOM. Not on stream. I don't think I have it in me to do another Iron Man run after how many tries it took to beat XCOM 2. Well, just for fun. I never played the original XCOM either. I've had a tab open on my computer for OpenXCOM, which basically just makes it so it can run on modern hardware. But I've never actually got that going. Because, like, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to stream after I finish this marathon. I was considering the Arkham Asylum series, like Arkham Asylum City and Night, but I'm not sure if I want to do that immediately. Honestly, what I should have done was I should have talked to that one guy at Revenaster and asked if the rains were almost done. I would have ended up waiting like 10 minutes probably, but... we'll see.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'll do one more look and then I'll check Rabbinaster, see if the rains are over. Because it would be infinitely easier to just set up a loop to get the stuff I needed from the one not rare game, considering I need 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of like the gameplay design decisions for this, for Final Fantasy 12 specifically, are kind of insane. It's like an MMO. They made an MMO, but as a single player game. So I guess a dead MMO. With all like the nonsense gameplay mechanics and RNG that's forced into the game, I have to assume that they were being experimental, let's put it like that. Because it's like some of the stuff like this, it doesn't make sense. It's impractical, it's illogical. Please tell me that the rain is done. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I mean, it kind of looks like it. It's only just become the dry. Hey, works for me. So it mentions entering from the south. I don't know if that matters. From the south of the map must head to an enclave to the east of Tome Hills where a lone slaven sleeps. So where's Tome Hills even? There, okay. So I guess I'll take the long way around. I mean, I guess I can just go there. So where's the Slaven? It might be this area off to the side. Yes, there it is. So, who can use this accessory? Everyone. Okay. What? Did not mean to do that. So that accessory, what it does is it reverses the effect of items, which basically enables you to use your status items offensively. It works with okay, why didn't it respawn? It works with remedies, so you can technically throw a remedy at it and give it almost every status effect in the game, assuming it's not immune. Okay, so if I leave and come back, that's what prompts it. No item. I didn't see if we successfully stole. We got that time. How many do I have now? 3? Yeah, I need 8. Because I know I get 1 Serpentarius at least for getting all the Espers. The last Esper is at Grey Crystal. Because that's 4, halfway done. Technically, if I was going to fight the level 99 Red Chocobo, this is exactly what we would be doing. The difference is, the Red Chocobo has a 1 in 256 chance of appearing. So even with like the 4 times speed, it could take us hours, which is why I'm not gonna bother doing it. If it happened on accident, that would be one thing, but I don't have it in me to spend like 5 hours running in circles on the Osmone plane. Seven, so I need 1 more. I could just kill it and hope it dropped 1, but like that would be the time that it doesn't. Yeah, well, you know, it didn't. Okay. We are good to go. With that at least. What else do I need? I need War Gods Band, Damascus Steel, and Hellgate Flame. I know I have some of them, but I don't have all of them. Monograph drop off Lanier, or a steal from Victanier. Lanier is an undead, Sleipnir type enemy found in Anabrius Deadlands. Its monograph drop is a War God's band needed for making Tornasol. They also rarely drop the Defender Greatsword. A 5% chance, nice meme. And Victanier is a rare game in the Namiensa Sandsea. How to find. Player must have spoken to the Hunt Master and defeated whatever to start the Hunt Club. Then there's a chance it will appear in the western portion of the Yellow Sands area. That sounds like a pain in the ass. As with all trophy monsters, it'll never respawn once killed. Instead, after a successful steal, the party should flee through Zertanan Caverns, 2 screens return, and steal again. Nice meme. Yeah, I would have to steal 6 to get 3 Imperial Souls for the Tornasol. How many do I even need? How many Imperial Souls do I need? I think I have 1. Yeah, I have 1. So I would need 4. What was the item again? War Gods Band. How many of those do I have? I know I have at least 1. Yeah, exactly 1. So I need 3 of them. So it would probably be easier to get them from the monograph drop because those enemies I can fight a number of and I don't have to spam steal on something and get no items. So where would be the best place to get to the Deadlands or whatever? Yeah, the Salka wood. Yeah, from the crystal, just run straight north. Easy enough. The big problem that I'm gonna have to be aware of when it is time to sell all this stuff for the vendor recipes, I have to make sure I don't just bulk sell everything like a dickhead, because the counts reset after you redeem the item. So, let's see. What about the Damascus Steel and Hellgate Flame? Where can I get those? Damascus Steel can drop off the boons at Pharos that I was aware of. They can be poached from them as well. For the Damascus Steel, the other things are rare game. Of course they are. And they are stolen items. So that's not reasonable. So it's back to Pharos, I guess. A 6% chance for the monograph. Or a 5% chance to poach. If I poach, I don't think I can get the monograph drop, so it doesn't make sense to do that. Oh my god, this is gonna be fucking misery. Okay, what about the Hellgate Flame? The Hellgate Flame can be poached from a rare game. Or a regular enemy in the Feywood that can either drop it as a monograph item or by poaching with the same odds. So really, I'm just going to be massacring a bunch of enemies that are way below us in power. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much out of time. So I'll probably just do this off stream. How many of these do I actually need the Hellgate's Flame? Anytime. So let's make a note. Damascus Steel. I need 2 of them. Hellgate's Flame. I only need 1, apparently. I should get more just in case, but I have a shopping list now for all the stuff I still need. So I guess I will be doing that off stream. And tomorrow we'll blast Great Crystal, we'll blast Yuzamat. Depending on what time is left, we might finish the game, but I don't think that will happen. Even with like the strongest weapons available, I don't think it is gonna go particularly great. Just as far as like time spent. But we'll see. So yeah, I will be back again tomorrow, same time. Until then, hope you guys all have a good one. Take care.